What is going on, everyone? Commodore last year. Today, bringing to us my live reaction to Jujutsu Kaisen manga chapter 170. Now, the chapter has finally come out. We are here today to read the latest installment in Akutama Gege's up-and-coming masterpiece to kick off 2022, man. I am freaking excited. The last time I read a chapter was right before the holidays kicked in, and my excitement's through the roof now that we're finally back. I know we go back on break afterwards for another 13 days, and then we're all good to go afterwards, you know, in terms of the weekly journey, barring, you know, any hiatus from Gege and all that. But I hope you guys had a great Christmas, a great New Year's. You know, got to spend it with your family and friends. I know I was able to do so with my family and everything, which, you know, was great to do. But now we're back in business, back on greatness, as we should be. So we're going to continue off with the things that went down in the last chapter. You know, we got to see Takaba come in to help out Megumi going in. I'm not, you know, I assume his curse technique has to be the whole racial thing that we saw from his debut and everything, you know, the 730. Regarding, like, more in-depth of it, I feel like we might get more regarding that in terms of his fight with Hazanoki, because I made a mistake in the last chapter saying that it was Hazanoki that already died, like, well, he's dead. It's more so that Reggie was talking about Takaba, because if you agitate Hazanoki enough, well, you're going to be causing problems. He's going to go all out. So I expect that fight's going to continue. But most importantly, we're here for Megumi and Reggie. I'm anticipating that we're going to get the conclusion of their fight either this chapter or the next one. I don't think it's going to go on for too long, but I can't wait to see what's going to go down. Also, what's going to happen with Remy too, because we haven't seen her for a little bit. Is she going to intervene? You know, what's going to happen exactly? I don't think she's going to run away completely, so either she's going to end up helping or she ends up dying. It's going to be one of those two. But for me to find out, let's read the chapter. Let's see what's going on this time around, man. So, Chapter 170 of Jujutsu Kaisen. And by the way, shout out to Volume 0, the movie, or, you know, Jujutsu Kaisen 0, the movie, however you guys want to title it. The movie has been doing fantastically in theaters. I know it hasn't reached, it's like a little bit off from where Demon Slayer is at the moment in terms of, like, overall, like, ticket sales and all that. But right now, based on the fiscal year for November of last year into, or I should say December of last year into November of the following year, it should be the #1 movie of the year and stuff. So very excited for that, man. And hopefully we do get that movie afterwards here in English sometime. I would hope maybe in the spring, maybe in the summer. I would like that to be in spring because I don't want to wait too long for its release and stuff. So let's get into this chapter now. Let's see what's about to go down. Here you go. So Reggie starting it off with Megumi, because I see the elephant right there with the symbol and stuff. You got that thing too. So it feels like right here, based on him saying this, it's like, because remember, Megumi said, even though I've taken care of everything now in terms of my objective here, because, you know, usually he's taking care of things with Hiromi, got the points that was needed. Right now, though, Megumi does not need to hold back. He can go in, smoke this dude, and then finally be at peace for a little bit until Kenjaku probably cooks up something else. So you got that thing too. See the elephants right afterwards, like running right through to Reggie, and Reggie, I forgot the fact that he's not even wearing shoes. So, I mean, if you step on glass, man, I mean, that's not smart. But he's running backward afterwards. Chapter 170, Tokyo #1 Colony, Part 10. And she tries to shoot the water at him and stuff. And Reggie's like, what? And he dodges right up to the side. You see, like, the water now hitting towards what looks like almost like a, I want to say like an alleyway spot. Because it kind of, like, you see, like, the space in between and everything from it. But I guess that's because of where the direction Megumi's coming from afterwards. Goes there. Yo! Okay. So he summons the elephant attack one way. But my boy's on the top rope. He's waving a double axe on him, man. This man thinks he's Paul Oranoff back in like the 80s for WWF. Just waiting at the top rope for the double axe handle. And he comes in with the sword. And you see him with the rabbits all pulling up. Yeah, because you see like the big chunk at the back where he's like descending. And he comes down and you see all of them as he's getting ready to strike. Hey, okay, so look, the wrestling is still there because he hits the ropes, you know, the chains and stuff, where the sides and sideway and everything is, and he just catches himself because right after that, Reggie's able to get out of the way, and as soon as Megumi gets out, contractual recreation, so he pulls out the receipts and stuff. So I gotta see now what exactly his technique's gonna offer here. And yo, hold on. So he summons the things, receipts, the contracts, whatever it is. and they all form into blades. So I'm assuming that he can, I guess, basically change whatever those things are into, like, I guess, other items or whatever it is. Does it come at the expense of curse energy, maybe, possibly? But let's just say right now, this man has a dollar store version of Unlimited Blade Works. Is what he's doing right now. But I don't anticipate he's going to do much here to Megumi. But Megumi, as he's hitting him around, and, okay, one rabbit got taken after, so it's not as useless as it could have been. But no, but it's doing some small stuff here at the very least. That rabbit Shikigami is different than the others. More pure no matter how many I kill. He combined it with a water attack. So I see some of them that have gone taken down. But Megumi himself, he looks okay. He's able to swat some of them away. He figured out my curse technique and decided water is an easy countermeasure. I mean, if it is because it's paper and stuff, then yeah, it makes sense. If you put paper in water, then it dissolves pretty quickly. You manifest what's written on receipts or something like that. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that makes more sense. So whatever I guess he writes on the receipts, he's able to like kind of project them in like actual time. But I don't know if it comes at the expense of him using curse energy, like after a certain point, like, you know, when it's all empty, or because that's one of the things I have to look back on too, like in terms of like refining it. Like, it is something that you can kind of expand even further. Like, I know like Gojo has like limitless and stuff when it comes to his curse energy in terms of like the outputs and stuff, and like the almost like a tank, an incubator kind of thing. But in terms of like, you know, once it hits like the 0 and everything, like I still have to refresh my mind on some of those things. And again, 2 weeks without Kaisen makes 1 week, or 2 weeks. So it's hard to put into words, but yes, I recreate contracts. For example, I can do this. Contractual recreation. And you see right there, it looks like it's burning up a little bit. Oh. So you just fix up his gear. I guess, yeah, you just fix up his gear, I suppose. Because, yeah, you see, like, the flaw, so, like, I guess he cleaned himself up. Alright? And Megumi just doesn't look interested at all. He's just like, okay. The receipt I just used was for 2 nights and 3 days plus an oil treatment at the 5-star Japanese Inn Starry Sky. Oh, so, okay, that's actually kind of, that's weird, but I somewhat rate it, because if you think about, okay, so, oh, you know what, that makes more sense now. He used that thing to heal himself. Essentially, whatever trip you're gonna go on and stuff, that's what you use to heal yourself. That's actually not. That's not bad. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. Because if you think about it, if you need, like, it's almost like if you're going to an RPG fight and stuff, right? Or JRPG, it's just in more sense. And you have like an item on you that can like heal you right away afterwards or something. It's basically like that, but in a more different style than I would anticipate. So, which means I now feel as refreshed as I would after relaxing for 2 days at a hot spring. Okay, so now that's the thing that's a little frightening, because he literally just got 2 days of relaxation, of a reboost in energy just from taking care of that receipt. So that's very interesting. Now, how many times he's able to do it, I guess depends on the curse output and stuff from the energy that he has reserved. But if it's like I wouldn't doubt it's limitless, but if it's like a high amount, then that is a pretty crazy ability to have, to be fair. But how about you? You're injured from earlier fights and have deployed multiple Shikigami, so you must be exhausted. Yeah, I always summon multiple Shikigami. The problem is, I usually use Max Elephant alone. You can rapidly shuffle through Shikigami, but maybe not once they're injured, right? Your dog can run, attack, and defend, but you can't use it right now, so you're limited in what you can do. We both lack big moves, so we have to peck away at each other. It's a lost cause. You can't kill me. Yeah. In that case, I'll run. Okay, he booked it. He pulled the Joseph Joestar. He's like, man, I gotta get out of here. No copy needed, but, you know, the state ruling applies. But he grabs onto the Nui right afterwards, gets up, he's about to bounce, and then you see the little drones and stuff that Reggie has, I believe, because I think we've seen him before. No, I thought it was the first time. But you won't get away. And so he's chasing him up in the air now. Burns away another one, and I guess, okay, no, so he gets himself a little scoot. He actually got himself Gintoki's moped from Gintama. So I mean, he might dress up like a bum, but he at least understands greatness in some capacity. So he can't be totally garbage. But Reggie gets onto the moped afterwards, as you see Megumi's making a move, getting out of there. La-di-da, la-di-da. I'm pretty sure that's probably not how the tune goes, so I'm going to have to look it up for reference of what track he's playing. Swish. Okay, gymnasium. Okay, so now they moved over to this other location. This doesn't look... I was about to say, yeah, because this is... Well, they're still in Tokyo and stuff, so there's no way they could have moved over to somewhere like way different stuff. But, okay, so they're in a gymnasium area. Did he flee in there, or is he luring me in? I could burn him out, but I don't want another chase. So what's my move? Okay, so you see Megumi inside afterwards there. Good. It's as spacious as I had hoped. What are you planning, you foul brat? So you see Reggie as he enters. I bet you're plotting something too. Who knows? A sorcerer is nothing but a con artist. Yo! Bro, this man pulled up with the trucks right through his... Okay, it's like... Okay. This is a nice little... Like Megumi's like, oh, this is a nice place, all that, everything. And then, yeah, just decimated with the trucks. And I wouldn't be surprised if my boy Goro Majima is behind one of those trucks. Because this has definitely Yakuza 3 vibes coming from here. We lack big moves, so we have to peck away at each other. Tick. Hey, oh, bro. And he gets underneath it. Listen. My boy has probably watched enough espionage movies to know exactly what he needs to do in those situations. He goes, dunk, boom, trucks go in, crash into the wall, and you see like two like vases with like plants inside of them and stuff on the top. Yo, and he, bro, how much? Wait. Dude, look how much blood he got out of him. He did both of them hit? Yeah, did you see that? But one hits the back of his head, one hits like in the shoulder blade, back area and stuff. But dude, look at the amount of blood he's pouring out from there. And then as you see right there, Reggie's coming in to whack him with the knife. But my boy blocks it right there. He's like, nope, you're not doing that to me. No, you might get one hit in, I'm going to let you get more. And he has like a carrot? Or a daikon. Okay, yeah, so that's like the other vegetable thing. I've never had a daikon in my life, so I just assumed right off the bat that was some kind of carrot. Yup. Okay, so you can hide it. Okay, okay. So he's a little different with the receipts and stuff. So he's able to like shapeshift some of them too. So the daikon's actually a knife, and he gets Megumi right in the arm, and he hits him right afterwards with the front kick. This man pulled a Lyoto Machida front kick to the face, and you just see, boom, like, the reaction right there. Megumi just, oh, that's a bad hit. Anybody gets a hit from that, I don't care, like, what your strength level is, man. Anybody normal, you're knocked out after that. Things I recreate act like Shikigami. Knives don't usually fly, but a simple command will suffice. And you just see right there, Megumi just slammed back, slowly trying to get up. You don't seem cooperative, but ask anyway. Give me your points, and I'll give you an easy death. As you make me slowly getting up. Barrier techniques are difficult. It's hard to place an artificial environment over real space of a different size for very long, so no way. He's not about to use Chimera Shadow Garden. He's not, bro, nah, if he uses this, bro, it might be a wrap for Reggie. It might be a wrap. If all else fails, man. No, CSG, man. I can use the space in this gym as the perfect fit for my domain. He can do that. So this man, bro, you know how crazy this is? This man had all the receipts in the world, but didn't have the most important one that this man can possibly do, a domain expansion. Are you serious, bro? Nah, Megumi, you gotta watch him. You gotta watch him now. Alright, get him. Oh, it's time. Wait, those red? Oh, it's time! Is this the perfected version? Yo! What is that thing? Yo, nah, bro. I don't see the black sludge, the mud, no frogs, no nut. But I see some deity thing in the back. Domain expansion, Chimera Garden Shadow. Is it Chimera Shadow Garden? I'm gonna have to double back after. But you know what? Regardless, my man has summoned the domain expansion of domain expansions, one of my favorite ones in the series. But has summoned the perfected version. Alright? That cursed finger bearer and everything from back then, right? You got the dollar store version. Buddy, we are 5-star moves out here now, man, as we should. But look at that thing in the back, dude. He's a sorcerer at this level. Yeah, you didn't do your background research enough, buddy, because you about to get smoked in that $1 outfit. I never said I don't have any big moves. Yo, it has to be in the chapter. Like, I gotta wait 13 days now. But let me just double check that, because I remember clear as day. Because I remember I covered this before with the Viz and stuff after a certain point. But they changed they had to change the translation somewhat, because I don't remember that it used to be called that. Let me see. What was the thing? Hold on, what was it? Yeah, it looks like yeah, Chimera Shadow Garden. So they changed the translation, yeah. Because I remember in the Viz, and this is going back to chapter 58, it was called Chimera Shadow Garden. So I guess the true version is Chimera Garden Shadow. I don't know, like, you flip the 2 words and stuff, but I guess, like, whatever, like, this is the true version stuff here, man. But, oh my god, so I don't know, dude. Because, again, it's been pointed out in this chapter right now, Megumi is literally fighting on, like, limited resources, technically. I mean, like, he's been, you know, he's going through it here with Reggie. Like, Reggie is putting him through the works right now. Even, like, the way this man's curse technique has been going in, you know, with the receipts and changing different forms, or if it's healing yourself, you know, changing items and all that. Like, he's actually giving a good fight right now to Megumi, and now forced him to use up his domain expansion. But if it's anything like the fight with the cursed finger bearer, right, during the death painting arc, then there's a good chance that Megumi is probably going to be out of commission again, unless he has a better grasp this time of it. But because he's taxed out from what happened earlier, I would have to assume that what he uses here to get rid of Reggie, he's just going to be out cold for a bit. So the only hope he has right here is that unless Takaba's still around, because if Hazunoki's going to chase him down and stuff, that he finds him to get him out of there, or if Yuji's on the way to where his location is and stuff, right? But that's the only way I can see him being fine afterwards. But I don't know, man. Reggie's about to get done in. Like, I would be shocked if next chapter Reggie's still kicking after this right here, man. Because, yo, look at that thing in the back, dude. Like, I can't even tell, like, what the hell it's supposed to replicate or something. There might be something in the comments afterwards if you guys have a better idea and stuff. Because right now, look, my brain has now become mashed potatoes. Just seeing this whole thing going down. Because this looks absolutely frightening. Like, it's just some, like, I don't know what the hell to call it. But it has, like, these, like if you know, like, the world tree and stuff. Or, like, the thing from Berserk. With, like, the massive, like, the branches and, like, going off and everything into the stratosphere. This is almost like that, basically. But I don't know, man. If this is going to be the true version of Chimera Shadow Garden, or Chimera Garden Shadow, whatever you want to call it, I guess, for this translation, then Reggie's done for. Like, I generally don't think he's able to survive this. Now, what it entails, like, the actual thing it can do, because we saw what the incomplete version could do with a Cursed Finger Bearer, is there something else more to it now that we're going to see? Because this could really push Megumi up even a further class. Like, because right now, maybe semi-grade 1. You know what I mean? Like, because I can't call him, yeah, it's like the special grades, because, like, obviously that's like the high echelon and everything. But semi, maybe grade, I don't know if I can say supreme yet, but he's going to be in that category. If this thing is as crazy as it could be, because again, this is now the complete version, then Megumi goes up in terms of his scaling and everything. So, yeah. This is going to be nuts. Now, this is a really crazy cliffhanger, because now it does also factor into, like, once this is done, Megumi's going to be out cold. So the other thing too is Remy could also come in to help him out, to get him out of there and everything, if Takaba's not there, because he might be doing Hazunoki. We don't know what area he might be in and all that. But I would have to assume Remy's probably, like, not too far off. She's probably, like, watching all what's going on before intervening. Because she actually did just dip, and I kind of question why Gege will have her do that. So I do assume that she's going to have some part to play by the end of this fight, which I have to presume is going to be next week. I don't see how this continues on beyond the following chapter. I would be very shocked if Reggie somehow survives this, unless Megumi blows it, but I don't think that's going to be the case. He's hitting his finisher, and he's picking up the dub and the points. So, but yeah, very good chapter this week. I mean, again, very battle-oriented chapter, which, again, we have to take those and appreciate it, because this is the Chimera, whoa, scared me to death right there. The culling game, and the fact that, again, we're revolving around death itself. A lot of fights are going to be going down, and we need to see these fights live up to the standard that we expect out of it, coming off Shibuya especially. And so far, this has been a very good fight. Now, the end result of it next week, we'll see, like, where we rank it so far. I don't know, because right now, I think still the Yuji versus Hiromi fight, I think, is my favorite right now of the culling game. But depending on the outcome of this, it could have a chance to maybe top it, who knows. But because how much I love Hiromi and Yuji, it's tough to say that it'll be better. But you never know. But still, very good chapter this week. Fights has been going in, but now I need the end results and see what's about to go down next chapter. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below regarding this week's chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen. Let me know what you think of the scenario that's about to pull out right now. Does Megumi take care of Reggie in the next chapter? Does Reggie do something else to kind of, like, counteract this? What role does Remy play in all this? Is she going to end up helping out Megumi after the fact of what's going on? Or maybe Takaba comes in after? Do we see Takaba and Hazunoki again based on what happened last chapter and what Reggie stated? You know, and if there's anything else you want to clarify down in the comments, so especially what the hell this thing is in the background and all that, because this definitely was not there in any complete version. It was not there before. So whatever this thing is, if it's supposed to be something tied to, like, Japanese lore or the mythicals or whatever the hell it is, if you have a better idea than I do with all that, please let me know down in the comments. And again, the scenario you think that comes out in the next chapter and all that. Like the video if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. If you want to be part of the weekly experience when it comes to my coverage of Jujutsu Kaisen week in and week out, subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell, Shandor, to stay up to date with everything that goes on the channel. With that being said, I will catch you guys in 13 days' time for the next chapter on Sundays. And I can't wait, man. I mean, Gege's going to get a little bit more rest, technically, to get that next chapter out. So I expect 171 to be another top-tier chapter from him in this arc. And, of course, we go 2 for 2 afterwards going into 2022 as we should. So, man, Chimera Shadow Garden. I'm still going to pronounce it as it is because it feels like they flipped the wording or something, or I don't know. Or maybe this is the complete version. Who knows? We'll see. But calling game greatness going in as it should. And hopefully we get the Megumi Masterclass next week, as we should. So, Commodore Lad signing off. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, take care.
Going crazy, yeah, we going crazy. I'm with the team, yeah, we going crazy.